Hey Rachel, it's good to see you, Asha. So I'm getting a lot of downloaded messages, so I figured I'd just turn the camera on while I'm rolling up to get into your energy. So something about being on the third floor, I don't know why that's significant, but it's like starting something from the ground floor. It's important to start from the ground floor, but I feel like you're either living on the third floor, you're gonna find yourself on the third floor at work, or like working with somebody to get to a third floor. It's like some third level of something. I have a lot of other pre-downloaded messages, but that's giving me a lot of like, it's funny because 333 came out. So I don't, and then I was wondering too, have you had three significant deaths in your life as well? Like three passed on loved ones? Because I feel like I spoke with an uncle and a grandmother, specifically. But I'm getting three. I'm getting like three energies, but like the power of three as well. Um, and maybe even I'm getting now like collaboration with a third person. I'm not sure what that means, but it's like you need you're missing a part of the puzzle where you need another party or like something else that's going to include like someone else. It's like if it's two sides, you need a mediation. You need the third party. Has to be another person there. Is the energy I'm getting. Like you need three people at least. Like some maybe to witness. I don't know. I don't know what they'd be witnessing, but these messages I'm getting. Let me get back to your what I have down for you. So I just want to show you too. I'll wait till I get to that part, but so your first message, I wrote it down, but just so you can see, your first message is work out, release habits. Uncles are your bodyguards or guardians. I saw hospital twice. This was pre-downloaded messages while I was shuffling. So I got 333 on the clock, car problems. If so, demonic energy, return to sender. Sun comes out, clarity. So this I really feel like does apply. Daughter is going to be a reward. Like when you do have your child, your daughter, it's going to be a reward of your kindness. So be kind. More good than bad will come out of these situations. I see something with a tree nut allergy, unexpected event, because it's going to be anaphylactic shock. You're going to have to like always carry an EpiPen, or somebody's going to have an EpiPen. So it's like jump into action. Unexpected. Again, I can't even predict when or where, like the circumstance of this, but it's like that's the feeling I'm getting. Somebody going like you have to change your diet because now someone has a tree nut allergy or nut allergy. Healthy foods. Listen to nature and music. Daughter, again, third eye open. Daughter's gonna open up your third eye. Coffin, karma is also what is here. So I'm not sure about like if your daughter's coming in with a death or something about karmas and like the wheel of life and the wheel turning. Destiny and karma, destiny. So wheel of fortune. Destiny is about to force you to move. Family time. Find your peace by any means. Clean slate. Implant a seed of thought, tears dry on their own. Pituitary gland, mind is on fire. So I got green bean, young at heart, full of life. Never stop going forward. Dreams do come true, believe. And that was a message I feel like from your grandmother. If you look at the handwriting, my handwriting completely changed when I got to this portion. It's right here. But like if you look at like where it started, it's I don't know. It's part of the 888 portal because right now you're working with your soulmate. This is like twin flame energy. Witchy gatherings, but bitchy more so. You're not alone, and it blew my mind. It's almost like it blew your mind how bitchy somebody could be or people could be that like you expected to be your friends. So wild that the sun came out for this reading, I'm telling you. I came outside just because it was like cool enough here. But now the sun's out and I'm like, oh shit, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. All right, I'm like channeling really fast. So let me slow this down. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Thank you again for joining me here, Rachel. So before I even get into the tarot, I don't know why I have these in my hands. So we'll just see what the first message out is. The Hermit. Talk about feeling alone. Four of Swords is Four of Swords. Time to rest. And the Moon. So that's like not speaking up. I know you're a Scorpio energy, so you would definitely be in this water element with the moon here. Three of Wands is waiting for something that you've planned, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting to take action. You may be waiting on somebody else and it feels like it's hidden from you. Something's hidden here, or something you're not seeing. Something's in the dark. Sun goes away, right? Clarity. But it's causing you to heal. It's causing you to go and be more reserved and to pull on your own energy. There may be something you need to learn, some sort of enlightenment. I did get a lot of enlightenment as I was pre-shuffling too. That's that whole pituitary gland, third eye opening. There's something missing here. It's interesting. This is male and woman, man and a woman, male and female. So it's like in between the two is rest, putting something to death. Rest, death, right? Scorpio energy, your energy. You're waiting on, but that would be Four of Swords is communication. So it's like you're waiting on putting some sort of, I want to say argument to rest, or some sort of communication to rest, some sort of even something that like has taken a lot of energy from you, something either that you don't want to necessarily speak about, talk about, think about, because it's like you're trying to put it behind you. But with the, I'm feeling a lot of Cancer energy from this, and Pisces. It's almost like your instincts are telling you more than this other person is, because they've gone into like hiding, I want to say, or hermit mode. I was about to clarify. Let's clarify the moon and we'll go from there. I don't know why we jumped into these messages first. So maybe that's something too. It's like what's hidden is the need for rest, because like you need to learn something in your dreams or learn something in your sleep. Something's going to come to you at nighttime, or maybe like through rest, like, because that's also giving me like behaviors, like people's behaviors at night. Maybe seclusion, being secluded, feeling like kind of alone, maybe because you're spending time alone at night, or maybe that's what like you want to end or put to rest. Someone's like a night owl, I feel like, because even he's like burning the candle, you know, so I feel like that's staying up really late at night. Both of these are night cards, so I'm not like off with that. There's something going on here at night, you see. And I feel like it's hidden. It's hidden because of this death card. That's what's in the middle of it. So that's what's stopping it. The healing, the not wanting to necessarily think about what hurt you anymore. You're trying to move past the pain of something here. Something that occurred, maybe. Something that was lost. Something that occurred in the past, I want to say. And it gave you a sense of loss. Six of Cups is past life love, past life emotions, past friendships. This could be wearing your heart on your sleeve. Maybe it's hidden how much emotions you have towards someone or something. Maybe somebody's hiding their emotions towards you. This is Justice. That's Libra energy. So we do have, as I stated, Cancer, Pisces. Hermit is Virgo energy, communication more so. And the moon, of course, Cancer and Pisces rule the moon. But then, so with Justice, we have that being Venus energy. So this would be like, I feel like it's more so fairness, bringing balance into a situation, justice even. So this could be courts, the court system, putting something to rest, such as like a relationship or feeling of loss even. Like, because I feel like something was really like painful, because it gives me that Three of Swords, that stabbed in the heart feeling, like betrayal, but more so like it's a communicated betrayal where like it's out. You don't have to worry about how somebody's feeling because it's out there. So this is really putting an end to all of this, and it's balancing itself out with karma. Justice. Here's death, your energy, Scorpio. Death with the Hermit. Look at how dark all these cards are. But it's beautiful at the same time because that's your energy. You live in the darkness. You live in that death, like literally representing death. That's what this card represents as well. So you have a lot of transformation here. You have a lot of things that are changing in your life. And it may be very overwhelming because it's like all these cards, or if you see how these lay out, they're looking back at the past. They're looking back at like what was the love that was lost, the feelings, the emotions. And for, again, water, emotions, the energy that was put into something that now you're having to balance yourself back out to put this down to rest. This is almost like with the death energy, I'm feeling like angels. Like this is giving me like passed on loved ones, angels looking out for you. They're watching this play out karmically. Like it's almost like sometimes somebody can only be so involved. They can only help you so much. There's certain things that you kind of have to do on your own, or like you're gonna get to a state where like you're gonna realize you're not alone even when you have to be alone, you know, because you have a power, you have team behind you, you have a real force behind you. But I feel like right now you're not really feeling like you're making the right choices. You don't really feel as intelligent or as like fruitful, I want to say. Maybe you don't see your worth, even, is the energy I'm getting here, because there's something very profitable behind all this. Judgment is here with more Scorpio energy. Queen of Cups, this is self-love. This is having a lot of love, but being able to really be discerning, choosing who deserves that love, and then balancing the way that you give love and the way that you receive love, so that you're not throwing things off in one direction or another. Because this could almost be like, I feel like this is running from rejection here, or running from like a pain. It's running from a fear of something. Like your heart has been almost like in a state of like, I get Phoenix energy, like it needs some sort of like renewal or rising, or like, I don't know. Maybe you are experiencing that too, though. Like you may have somebody that's actually like brought a new spark back into your life, and now you're just wondering how to trust them, because it's like once you kind of burn the bridge on love, it's hard to reopen that casket, you know, that coffin. You put something to death, and it's like wow, it's hard to bounce back. So I'm getting like money is a really big, there may have been a financial loss here, and it's affecting like your outlook on maybe your future generations. Maybe you're thinking about like, I felt like, and I got this in your pre-shuffle too, something with generational wealth is very important here. I don't know if it's something you possessed or if somebody's trying to give you a message about that, but I do get that a lot. So healing family issues is here, right? Yeah. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents and then free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So I do feel like there's a lot of ancestral history or money or like some sort of monetary loss, or something you need to even free yourself from, maybe like what was expected of you when you were younger, or what your parents or something expected you to do with like something when it comes to money, or how you spend your money, finances, like maybe your job even. Playfulness is here. So it says recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I do kind of want to and it's so weird because it's like very fixed and controlling energy I'm feeling, and I want to free myself up in this reading. Like I want to laugh with you right now and just start smiling, just because like this is very like heavy energy. So if you're working on like money's being an issue, family's being an issue, you don't feel free, you don't feel like you have the space to like really be yourself, playfulness is your solution in this case. Like I feel like you even need to bring like a childlike nature back into your situation as well, just to even like free your heart space. Like I feel like there's been a lot of darkness here. There's a lot of darkness here in these cards. So I don't know if that's again, wounding from situations, or if somebody's literally passed on. This gives me grandmother vibes. A passed on grandmother has a message about like a man in your life. It may be a Aries. I don't even know why I just said that, so that's interesting. Maybe I feel like that's an uncle though, the Aries. But this would be a Gemini, a Libra, or a Aquarius. With the Scorpio, that's your energy. So that's these two as a match, right? I feel like there was something toxic about this, or like this situation is ending, or it hasn't come to an end yet. And that's part of the issues, part of the problem. There was addictions here. There was cups being poured out. I felt like something wasn't equal. Something wasn't fair. like judgment. Somebody's judgment was off, and somebody's calling judgment on a situation as well, because it's almost like somebody was giving more love than they were receiving. Like, that's a really big theme I'm feeling here. Like, wearing your heart on your sleeves, I feel like you had a lot of love to offer in this situation, and somebody was aware of that and took advantage. So I would even be careful right now. If you're going through any sort of loss, be careful of who you allow in your energy, because it's almost like people can detect that you're going through something, and you don't want to, like, trauma bond is like what they call that. But basically, when you're in a lower state, a lower frequency, because you're mourning or you're healing from something, people can attach themselves to that energy and feed off of it. Not like in any sort of, and I keep getting like all these demonic sort of feelings to things, but, and especially if they have car problems, watch out for that, because that's a real thing I'm getting right now. If you start to notice out of nowhere somebody's getting crazy car problems, it may be a radio goes, it may be like, and that's interesting. But it's just like, that's the type of shit they need to return to the sender, but you also need to return them to the sender, is what I'm getting at too. Not like literally, but just like keep your distance, be mindful, be very aware, like trust your intuition, trust what you're feeling. This is your energy too with this Queen of Cups. I think I already stated that, and I feel like you're aware of something that's hidden, but you're trying to hide it too. Like, you don't want to see, because this is being blinded by love, that you're willing to make bad judgment calls. Like, that's the energy I get. I don't know if you're getting out of that, but I feel like your grandmother was trying to call somebody out. That's funny energy. Grandma, chill out, right? I don't know. Woman, I'll say. A maternal woman. A maternal woman. Is it your mother's mother? I don't know. But somebody's trying to call somebody out on, like, them being sort of choosy, or how they, their demeanor, very cold. The Emperor. The Emperor comes out with birth. Ooh, Ace of Wood. And celebration. Interesting. Sorry, so this is the body tarot. And this authority too. I felt a lot of control. Is somebody like, this would be Four of Earth. So this is finding a soulmate. So this is literally that with the Two of Earth. That's giving me with the fun card. Weren't we just talking about fun? I feel like you have a relationship on its way to free your brain. You see, the brain is the card that comes out for the Emperor. So to free your mind, free your mental, like your heart, your mental's on fire. I think that already came out, like you're thinking too much almost. And you are at like a beginning, a precipice of something, like a new beginning when it comes to love, possibly. Bottom of the deck here, muscles, judgment. Again, your energy, Scorpio. But here with the wood, I'm getting a lot of earth energy. I'm getting a lot of, I'm trying to see what these organs are here at the bottom. I believe that's like the kidney. Is that the liver? Oh, with the Wheel of Fortune here, karma and adventure, 3 of fire. So let me break this back down, because this would be like the Four of Wands kind of energy. And for this to be coming out with the Emperor, this is like a twin mate. This is a twin mate, a twin flame, a soulmate kind of energy. So this is someone that's really going to be down to earth, really kind of on your level, but they're just as like controlling and like set in their ways as you are, is the energy I'm getting here. And the reason I say that is because it's going to be like a muscle reflex. Like, it's almost like things will happen, what am I trying to say, without effort. Like, it's almost like a muscle memory. I feel like this person's gonna, like, you guys are gonna do a lot of similar things. Like, it's especially, and it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be a lot of fun being around this person, because like, you have so many things that, like, it's almost like you don't have to think about it. I know it's like muscle reflex or whatever, but I'm trying to think of an example, and it would be funny if you guys actually both do this. But it's almost like, I don't know. I just got like something with opening the door. I don't know what that would be about. Like, maybe you both reach for the door at the same time. But it's funny because you don't think about it and they don't think about it, but you both do it. And then it's like you catch yourselves doing, you could even be saying the same thing at the same time. But this may be somebody that you go on a lot of trips with. They bring a lot of fun and adventure to your life. That would be the clue. I get a lot of fire energy with this person. A lot of confidence. They have a lot of confidence. With the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel like timing was right because you've been waiting. You've been waiting a long time for this. Wow, top of the deck. You see this here, right? Love. Poverty is behind that. So I feel like you may be in a state of feeling left out in the cold. You may be feeling like things aren't working to your advantage right now, or the way that you intended them to. And that's when you're going to get this opportunity for a new beginning when it comes to love. I feel like you haven't seen... I feel like you're still like in the early stages of a lot of things. Like you haven't really seen or experienced. You've experienced a lot of hurt. And that's like where it can almost tarnish your vision or your view of the future. 10 of fire. Exactly. This is burden, burnout. Poverty came right back out. All right, so this is giving me like a lot of like family shit too. So like you feel burned out because maybe you've experienced this with family as well, like in the ventures here as well. This is telling me a lot. You really need to free yourself from a lot of different things, and especially if this is a family issue too that's burning you out. I feel like there's a lot of people tugging at your energy right now. And somebody's waiting on something to happen. Maybe they're waiting on like good fortune to come to you so that they can like literally put you in a state of like, if you don't feel left out in the cold, this is somebody like literally taking from you is the energy I'm getting here. Because it's almost like the burden of it all. Like you have a lot of things on your back. You have a lot of different fires that you have to put out. A lot of different like, and that gives me fights, energies, conflicts, like a lot of different things that are taking your energy away. Things that create conflict for no reason. So let's get to the self-care. And I want to ask this message from a passed on loved one. What would be the advice? All passed on loved ones, Ashe, and thank you for this opportunity to speak with you. What would be the advice for Rachel during this time? Passed on loved ones. What is the advice for self-care? So, your first card out is space. They're very close to you. Like, they don't stay far from you at all. There isn't a time and space that they're not thinking about you, just like you're thinking about them. Like, you guys share space. You share... Time is an illusion. Like, people exist on different planes. So if you can feel the energy of people around you, of loved ones around you, talk to them. Like, interact with them. Someone that has a lot of love for you. And they're really proud of you. I know I read through those messages really quickly because it was just a lot of energy. Somebody has a lot of energy. They're really bold. They're really, they stand out. So space. The quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. And that's that energy. Like, this is removing things so that you can have adventures and new beginnings. Ooh, and underneath the adventure, man, I did shuffle the deck, so we have 9 of fire. So this is mistrust. This is being burnt out, but like to an extent of harvest and boldness is here. I'm telling you. And that's with the devil underneath that and the emperor. And the teeth, strength, needing strength because of this emperor. Somebody was like coming for your teeth. Like, I feel like they were fighting nail, bone, tooth, teeth, like nail, bone, like, I don't know, something here is like somebody went and give, like the boldness behind it, right? Like, how can you be so bold? But he is, like, this is literally a toxic attachment to something. Harvesting, this is a new beginning. So this is ace, right? So this is really being mindful of, like, you have been blessed because you dodged a bullet with something here. Like, think about this. Think about, like, and I always try not to think too hard, but if you would have had to bring life into a situation like this, like, or if you had kids with a situation like this, or like, sometimes people come out of your life because it's like, you have to think of things, you could be so much worse off or tied down so much more, like, in this situation, I feel like. But your brain and your gallbladder, this is something very, oil. I'm getting oil and water not mixing with the gallbladder. I'm getting like stomach pains. I'm getting like fast food, a lot of like oily, like just bad diet, I guess I can say. I don't really know how to explain that other than like processed foods. I don't know. And a gallstone, like gallbladder creating a gallstone. That's weird, but sorry. Anyway, someone doesn't eat at home very often is what I'm getting. Doesn't eat out of a garden. Doesn't eat like vegetables or fruits. They're just very like their meat, their oil and protein. The brain. So electricity as well. Ace of Metal is giving me an electric connection, like a conductor. Something conducting electricity, but like firing off messages really quickly. So somebody's mouth is really loose as well. I don't really want to keep in this energy because I can go on for days. But anyway, give yourself space if this person sounds familiar, because sometimes it's more about what you remove, right? And that also is interesting because the gallbladder can be removed, right? But the brain can't. Teeth can be removed, right? But the brain can't. So it's like, even with that being said, bone, the teeth are bones, that's structural. So that's something down at its foundation or the core, getting to the core of something and removing it. So it almost reminds me of like a rot or decay. Something's like decay to core. Something's decayed down to its core. So it's rotten down to the core of it. Like, and if that's the person that you're trying to get away from, thank yourself that you haven't like reproduced with that energy, is all I keep saying. And I feel like that's somebody else's message. Optimism is here. If you're going to make up stories in your head about people and circumstances, please make them love stories with happy endings. And I even want to check myself with this because I don't even know, like, with as much love as you felt for this person, I feel bad. Like, I don't know. If you need space and to stay optimistic about something, I don't know why. I'm having a hard time with this, I guess, because it's, and this is screaming at me too here. It's at the top of the deck is self-worth, right? You wouldn't want to keep putting yourself in this position where you feel like you're pulling teeth, like from somebody or something. I don't know if this is family, but self-worth is here with peace upside down. So self-worth says, why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? I feel like somebody's really playing on your self-esteem. Self-care may be required in this situation, and I feel like you're ignoring that. I don't want to beat a dead horse, as they say. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but your love needs to come from within first. It's all around you. You have loved ones all around you. They may have passed on, but they're still very much so in contact with you, I want to say, in close communication. Like, I almost feel like shit be moving in your house. Like, you have to have at some point gotten creeped out by something. Exploration. Start exploring. This is 9th house exploration. Scorpio, your 9th house. February, Pisces energy. Mercury messages here at the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of this card. I want to get one more for you. I'm getting something about a Virgo right now, especially with this message from Mercury and the Moon, perception. A Virgo or something happening in September, possibly ninth house, September, right? The ninth month of the year. I feel like it's a trip, a travel, some destination, somebody either arriving unexpectedly or some travel you're going to have to make. Something about a snake, though, is the energy I'm getting in here. It's like something being venomous, poisonous. I want to slow down because it's like it's like the energy I'm getting is almost like you feel the need to watch. Because even I'm getting compass, like looking at something closely, like choosing a different direction. The moon, Jupiter in abundance. Optimistic, stay optimistic, right? Ninth house, something in September is a message about traveling or an unexpected visitor where your perception, if you stay optimistic, is going to lead to abundance, right? That's the energy I'm feeling here. With Leo, shine. So that's giving me clarity to heal. So somebody's going to offer an opportunity. They're coming in with an opportunity to heal. Chiron is like, I want to say this is connected to the lover as well. And abundance being here. This is giving me a lot of Nine of Pentacles energy. I'm getting 999 on 99. Maybe that's like a portal for you, because we are talking about 8-8 portal, right, with the soulmate energy. And that was the Lionsgate portal, right? Leo energy. So you're currently here. I feel like you're moving into this 9-9 energy. With the ninth house and Mercury being here. So what's the message? Your perception, your mood, I'm even getting, is going to change when you become more optimistic about the abundance, about the future, about the healing that's required going forward. There's a lot of healing, self-reflection, a lot of self-introspection. Retrograde review is why I say this. We just had solar flares that occurred as well, giving us a lot of like solar energy. So it's also pulling it's pulling energy from the universe. But I feel like it's more of the sun shining light on the ninth house. There's something going on with your ninth house. I was going to say that's Pisces influence. So that gives me like high priestess energy. Something being hidden. But being the gatekeeper to knowledge. So that's that message coming in. Maybe you know somebody's coming in and they're sick. Or like their tongue is. They're slick with their tongue. Or maybe they have a way of speaking or doing something, and you're going to come in, and it's like if you change your perspective, instead of being offended, you may be able to heal a situation here. I don't know if this is a relative, son, source. Yes, it may be a parent. I feel like it's your mom. I'm just putting that out there. I keep seeing this Queen of Cups, and she looks upside down on me. And with the moon, somebody, a night traveler. Somebody traveling at night. Interesting energy. I should. With the Leo, that's again sun. I said Aries earlier, but that's that fire energy. Saturn structure here with a, I can't make this shit up. Is it a Leo on its way? I feel like it's an Aries though. The 8-8 portal's an arrival. Somebody's coming between now and September 9th. And it's something about structure. It's going to change the structure. You have to change the structure of something. The way someone's creating, cultivating strength and perception came back out. Very interesting. Okay. Asha. You have an arrival. Cross-pollination. This gives me two lovers, like sleeping with two different people and not knowing who pollinated you. That's interesting energy. As I say that, I break the deck, and it's fresh energy, and in seconds, right? Blew my mind in seconds. And something with the legs as well. Interesting. All right, so these are just going to be general messages. I want to clear all this other energy because I don't know, that just went somewhere left. I'm not sure if that's you or somebody you're dealing with, but I get like the heart. I want to say menage a trois. I don't know. Having multiple lovers, maybe like that's the freedom. Oh, 8-8 portal at the top here. Different sources of income with protection. You're moving into a different, this is a portal. People don't realize that you have to speak now what you want. You have to speak it into existence. This is the time. What was I gonna say? That stopped me right there. Misery loves company, right? Be careful of this energy. If you start to notice people are talking down about others, down about things in general, like it may be like a very empty feeling that they give you. Walk away. Different sources of income is here again with listen to music. I see father now with 333. These are like the same as your pre-downloaded messages. Feathers are here. Put some feathers in your hair. You're loved. Internationally known is here. New hair, new phone. Who this? So that's telling me you're changing your number on somebody. Live or evil is here, but loved is most important. You are loved. I am seeing hypocrisy. Something is coming. I hope I'm not reading too fast. I'm trying to slow down to make this like make sense. I feel like hypocrisy has to do with work, if I'm being honest. Somebody's very hypocritical at work. They tell you to do certain things that they don't follow. And it's like, even if they were giving you instruction, it's very loopholes. You see what I'm talking about? It's very hard to follow their instruction because it's like they don't stick to their own advice or something like that. That might not be at work. That might be family. That might be like who you're dealing with or something. But somebody's very hypocritical, very like controlling, very stuck in their ways. And it's that misery loves company energy. But I feel like if this may be a thing too, like if you were a boy, if somebody was a boy, it wouldn't be so hard or would be treated differently, is the energy I'm getting as well. So that may be, again, that family stuff. I don't know. That may be the issue that a dude is having though. It may be a boy. I'm not sure. Interesting guessing game. Trying to guess, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who it is. Just stay away. Sixth sense. Something's really trying to speak to your intuition. Someone is piquing your intuition because you're making wrong judgment calls. That's interesting. So what I was going to say is, like, up until now, I wouldn't even trust you when it comes to love, because if you've been dealing with bullshit people and bodyguards coming back out, bullshit people, bullshit, like, examples of like what real committed, loyal, authentic people are like and about, like, it can throw your judgment off. You can become more guarded because of how wounded you've been. And I feel like a lot of focus is here on the heart with the Fool, strengthening the heart, especially after an Emperor. These cards are still right here, and the Three of Wands waiting. So is that the Fool? Yes. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that before. You see how it says self-care? That's why it's staying there for me to see it. Self-care is the theme of your message here today. Put more feathers around you. I would get a, what are those called? The dream catchers with the feathers. Start catching your dreams. Start giving you more access to the astral realm. And then at that point, you'll be able to have more face-to-face conversations with passed on loved ones. So there's herbs. There's different herbs that you can try. I'm trying to think of which one I use, and I'm drawing such a blank, so maybe it's not for you. But what I'm trying to say is there's an herb that you can like drinking your tea, smoke, however you want to do it. Why can I not think of the name of this? It's gonna drive me crazy, so I'm gonna stop. But anyway, the herb basically helps you astroplane. So I will get that to Mugswort. Mugswort, that's the name of it. It just can be very powerful. So it's like, at the same time that I want to suggest you try that, I also want to suggest you stay connected to and very grounded to self, and be aware that you are protected. I feel like you do need a passion project right now. You need to find something else that's gonna help you realize how everything is perfect and goodbye delays. Passion project may help open a chakra, may help open an imbalance or a blockage that you may have in terms of your heart, because I definitely see that balancing is important. So you be in your own lane. So this passion project can help you get in your own lane and balance out your energy. And once again, you're very protected. I see that here. Charging chakras, I also see, and this again is that seed of thought. Somebody tried to implant a seed of thought. I feel like it's from social media. And somebody's driving back 30 hours. I'm telling you, you have a visitor on your way. Somebody's coming to see you. Being your own lane is still giving me this driving energy. Like somebody's driving, they're on their way to drive to you or drive towards. I don't know if you were doing this, if it's a plan for the winter, something about driving. Be careful. Foodie is here. Self-reflection. There's more than meets the eye. Beach and free meal. Self-reflection again. That's giving me somebody seeing you as a free meal or a meal ticket energy. Be careful again. I feel like dating is important right now for you to put yourself back out there, and it's gonna, like, teaching is important here, because you need to learn like different. I keep getting hospital. It's coming back out. It was in the pre-shuffle. Mindset is key. Check your mindset. Who's in the hospital? Teaching. The teaching hospital. Thorns. Something to do with a rose. Roses. Sports. So maybe a sports energy. Somebody running into thorns. Maybe a sports energy. It may be just like fun on the beach or something. I don't know why they would be playing chess. Playing a game on the beach. Charging chakras in the aisle. Sorry, I'm getting all over the place with this. I hope some of this even applies, because it's giving me like so much energy. Maybe somebody just likes to run on the beach, feeling very lonely. Feathers came back out with teaching. Extending crystal healing. Hold on to your crystals. That's another great way to charge your energy. Clear your energy and add protection. Slow down. I need to slow down. I don't know why I speed up so much with you. You're rushing something. Surgery? And loved. Mold me, make me. I almost get like somebody gets into I don't know, cosmetic surgery is what I get from that. But like from that whole thorns, like skin being torn up, disappeared, I survived. This is getting really weird, so let's stop this. I don't want to keep going with this. Cats have 9 lives. Okay. Shade Divine Spirit, thank you. Please continue to protect us as we give these messages. Who is this about? Who's the hospital and the surgery? I get islands. I survived. Discomfort at injection site. It's giving me more hospital vibes. But a messenger. Money is my priority. Love is second. Somebody's going to be so caught up with like financial gain, working too much. Like they're going to get caught up in something. What's your truth when you know you know? So I'm on the right track about something, but it's kind of boring. So we're trying to go on to the next question, right? I mean, I'm there with you. I don't want to hear any more about this. So let's actually put these cards down. Let's get a different message here. Let's see how we're doing for time also. Okay, we're at 44. I wanted to make this a little longer for you as well. See here what advice we have for the future. Hold on a second. Sorry, I hope I ain't up in here. Alright, I said I wasn't gonna do that either. Stings. Hasn't known true love yet. This is what I'm talking about. That's your message. That's why that self-love is so important. I almost feel like people like feel it, sense it, because you're so deep. You're water. You wear your heart on your sleeve. Or at least people think you do. Initiation. You're at a new beginning. A new beginning of what? Protection. I'm going to send you these cards. Sarcophagus, coffin. This was in your pre-shuffle. This is that death energy. Scorpio energy. 31. 23, 31. Neck bit. Protection. With magic. You see this, right? I can't make this shit up. Protection, protection. Powerful energy. You have angels, literally angels, guides and protectors. I just got something about a gravesite, like visiting somebody's gravesite, how like or maybe just even collecting maybe some of the dirt from the gravesite. Something about how that, like, carry it with you or use it when you're doing something, like if you do spells or like any sort of like rituals or things of that nature for protection, like it's going to be magnified by their energy as well, because again, you're dealing with different planes, different vibrations I'm even getting. So it's like giving me, especially with this, the magic of music, like the musical vibrations hitting like different keys and different notes. So I almost feel like you need some sound healing. Do a sound bath. Like, start with the lower chakras and work your way all the way up so that you can like cleanse your body through sound. Like your frequency, your sense of touch is off. Like your sensations, your frequency of your music, it's giving me touch, even though it's like you hear music but you feel it. So it's weird. Like I'm getting more of a feeling than I am listening to it. You know what I'm trying to say? It's something to do with like dominance. This is planning. This is like having options, but like planning on where to go forward. This was future, right. So sadness and pettiness, leave that shit in the past. A lot of fire. You see all this fire, all this red that keeps coming out. Celebration. That's what we're talking about. We go from 2 to 4 here. So 2 of Wands is more so I was trying to give you more examples of what because it's really like looking out over the world. You feel like you have the world in the palm of your hands is the energy with the 2 of Wands. And then with the 4 of Wands, you've now met somebody that completes your sense of home, your sense of stability, your sense of a foundation. Like you found a partner. So it's like if you're planning, if looking out into the future, your plan is for partnerships, then right now you need to put something to rest. You need to understand the protection that is around you and that you possess that's going to give you a sturdy foundation when it comes to partnerships and relationships and how you attract energy. Because I feel like something is off here. It's all the darkness that you've seen or that you've dealt with or that you even embody yourself with the sadness here. There's sadness on the table. So it's giving me like that vibe of fun, the sun, like getting outside, like allowing new passion, allowing new opportunities to surprise you, to excite you even. With the bladder, something here is giving me, that's the water for one, but like irritation with the two dominants. So like control, domination and bladder. I'm getting controlling, something control, bladder control. Somebody may have had bladder control issues, but it's like when they laugh, it's funny because like they pee on themselves a little bit. And with sadness being over celebration, I'm feeling here too, like this is really giving me the energy of like, you almost go through things so that you appreciate stuff differently. Because when you get on your upswing, when stuff starts to go right, when you can really put an end to certain things, it's going to be a completely different version of you, a completely different side of you. I don't think you've met this person yet, like this you yet, is what I'm getting at. Because you have to fight. You're still protecting yourself to try to birth this, to try to bring this into existence. It's like creativeness that needs to come out of you, but maybe a courage as well, like irritation too. And now I'm getting a lot of bladder stuff, so let me leave that alone. I don't know, I just got like irritation, sex partners and stuff. I don't know, something magical too, like sex can be very magical as well. I think you may be very adventurous, but it's like somebody's not willing to open up and be playful. But I think like sex may be the opportunity to do that. But I see grief is here. Grief came out. If you're mourning, maybe self-care. Back to the heart. Back to the heart. You got to get back to your heart. All right. So I'm going to send you the sarcophagus, and I just also wanted to give you an African goddess oracle, and we'll leave it with this. I know this is a lot of information. This reading went all over the place, but I want to let you know this is going to be like, especially looking into the future here, because like this is a lot of past energy. Your future is very tied to your past. It's very tied to what you put to rest. It's very tied to how protected you see yourself being. It's very tied to how powerful, how magical. Like you have to believe too that you have to believe. That was part of your message. I need to read this again. And it's here too where I keep saying that my writing changed. So it says, young at heart, full of life, never stop going forward. Dreams do come true. Believe. You have to believe. You have to believe that like not only are you deserving of this new life, but like understand the reason why like certain things come to end. That's a card. That's a card. Sometimes it's literally about what you let go of. And that's part of it, is like you can let go of things and still tell yourself that like, hey, I'm here, or hey, I learned something beautiful, and like thank God for that lesson because it could have been worse. And that was like my example with like, you don't want to necessarily have everybody's kid, because some people like are spawning demons out here, just to say. Maybe not literally, but you know what I mean. And then it's all about that self-worth, that self-care, because what do you feel like you deserve? Until you get in touch or in tune with what you deserve, like, and I'm going to send you those too, because that's very important. I feel like it's been more of that reflective energy. Like almost a certain part of you has to die. There's a certain part of you that you have to let go of, because it's hindering you from seeing your magic. It's hindering you from forgiving people. It's hindering you from like going after your goals and your dreams and your careers and like all the different things that life has to surprise you with. And I almost want to say like part of the love is like loving yourself enough to believe that you deserve it. Like for real deserve it. Like you were brought here because of how much you deserve it, kind of energy. So this is like very powerful. And the cards that I swear I keep seeing, it's okay. Like, we all make bad judgment calls. Like, and all of your cards keep bringing up judgment. You're placing more judgment, I feel like, on yourself than anyone else is, because you haven't really experienced like forgiveness, true love, true I don't want to beat a dead horse. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that, because I don't beat horses at all. So, especially not dead ones. It's such a weird saying, right? They're saying get back to this. Get back to this energy. It's time to take back control of your life. And for you, like, and for your energy to be around so many controlling people, like, it's weird, because you're the one that needs to be controlling. Like, you're the one that needs to set the boundaries and tell people, you know what, you've had a little bit too much of my time. I need to take my time and my energy back. Like, you're the one that should be pushing people away and like going out on dates and expecting not to pay for them, or like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the energy I'm getting, is like, it should be you. Like, you need to experience making mistakes because they're out here to make, like, and then forgiving yourself because, like, now you know, like, that's life, and that's what hasn't been gained yet. But like, you're protected in doing all those things. Like, you're protected in making mistakes. And I feel like judgment is here really as like karma. Something has been karmically orchestrated here. And I feel like a lot of it brought you out of, it's all to bring you out of your comfort zone. You were, I don't know if sheltered is the right word, but you were in a situation that was very closed-minded, very closed. Like, there was no openness in the situation, whether it be a family situation, a job. There was something here that's very cut and dry, and like, there's no wiggle room for you, and you need to wiggle. Like, don't cut yourself short. Don't you deserve this whole fucking cake. If you want to take that whole cake down, take the whole cake down. That's what it's saying, basically. But it's yours. It's your life. You get to choose how you want to live it. And I feel like a lot of it's being dictated to you. And at the heart of things, you love people, so you're allowing them to do this to you. But it's like, is it really love when you have to like heal yourself, or you have to now pour all these things back into yourself to like even be able to put up with certain people? Because I feel like these are gatherings, these are things that you're expected to do, but they're not people that you would even be friends with if you had a choice. Or like, family can be like that too. Like, I wouldn't even be friends with certain family members, you know, if it wasn't for like blood relation. It may not be that dire or that bad, you know, but it's just the energy here. Something is really pulling at like your, I want to keep saying heartstrings, but I feel like at the same time, it's a new opportunity here for you to really be optimistic about your step off the bridge, the ledge, the new beginning, the riskiness in taking a new beginning, a new chance, a new fresh start. There's something here in your future. This is a sarcophagus. Once you put something to rest, once something dies, and it may be, as I said, a way of thinking, a way of looking at something, and it has to do with a musical sense of vibration too. Incorporate more music, more frequencies in your life, and start to get a new feel for things. You need a new feel for things, right? Because I feel like something is throwing your judgment off, because the vibration of it that you're getting off of it, it's throwing up a defensiveness in you where you need to free yourself from that. Take back control, right? Sorry, that's just me putting all this back into a message, because I'm like, this was all over the place. Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah, your life could feel like that right now, though. Like, to describe being pulled in so many different directions, and then it's like all the things that came up in this reading. I really do hope that none of those, like, at least not all of it applies, because that shit's a lot if it does. Anyway, but this isn't about what I want. I should. And thank you again, Divine Spirit. So we're going to close this reading out with a message from the African Goddess Rising Oracle. So this will be love, future, wow. They had to let me see it. It's all upside down, but cosmic power is here as well. Worthiness is a big message there. I don't wonder if I should pull that card, but if it comes back out, we know what it's meant for. Someone really feels undeserving of something. Getting to the bottom of it. Heartstrings, pulling at the cord of something, right? Celestial alignment, getting back into balance. I love the colors of this card, the rainbow. A lot of cards hit the floor, but we have alchemy here, creation. This is being a manifester. This is really taking charge and setting the rules, setting the boundaries of what's allowed to happen, what you're going to put up with, what you expect. Surrender is here. Truth is here. Surrender. Brazen. And grief. A lot of grief. I've already said that, but there's so much grief here. There's so much heartache here. Like, I really feel like something died. I don't know who or what, but I don't feel like it's a who or what. It's more so like, if it's a relationship, something died. Like, you know, if it's a car, something died. If it's a way of thinking or a person used to be, something's dying here. Like, literally, I can't make this stuff up. Sarcophagus, right? That's a tomb. But that's also something raising from the dead. Like, we bring things out of those tombs. So they're preserved, right? So, even with protection, I'm feeling more so of a preservation of self. You've been preserved. You've been hidden from certain things because you've... I want to say you weren't meant to experience certain things until a certain time. That karma will. With judgment, too. It's all about timing. But it's also about... God looking over the angel, because like the traditional tarot also, it's like that timing of like when you come back to life, or like who chooses to come back on this plane, and really looking over your records too, because then that's where the feather comes in. You want your heart to be as light as a feather when you're going up against God for judgment, the judge. When you're up against the judge, you want your heart to be light as a feather. And I feel like yours is, because I feel all the love in the lungs here. You need to speak up about something. Ooh, solitude, the hermit. I didn't even see that. So I didn't remember shuffling that deck, but that's interesting that those cards came out now. That's that hermit energy. So it's a lot of time alone here. A lot of time alone. But there's a lot of time for reflection and being alone. There's a lot of time in rediscovering self because you're alone. There's a lot of time in also paying attention to others that are around you because they see that you're alone. If that's the circumstance here. If it's not, it may be more so like you're with somebody, but you don't really feel like you're supported or like they understand you, or like there's not much communication, which is causing two people like in a union to still be separate. So it's a lot of separation here, a lot of separation from the truth here, a lot of things being hidden here, especially at night, in the dark. I don't know, I keep getting a lot of graveyard energy too. I don't know, something about like a heartbeat. It's a faint heartbeat, but there's a heartbeat here and it's protected. So like, I don't know if it's the energy of bringing this heartbeat to life that is not going to happen until you find joy or happiness or like healing in your current circumstance. I don't know if you're waiting on money to be able to like go forward and start this new life, but all of those things are here. You just have to be optimistic in how you will receive them, and know that you believe and believe that you deserve it. Know that you believe and believe that you deserve it. I said that how I meant to say it. Ashe. Sorry, that was a lot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get you this card. I just need to clear my energy really quick. Let me drink some water. Drink some water. Spring water if possible too. Spring into action. That water, that moving water will get you moving. I almost want to say eat a lot of plants, grapes, cucumbers, zucchini, things that run, like runners. Get some ivy, runner plants, you know what I mean? You want movement in your life right now, because I feel a lot of stagnation. I feel a lot of perspectives that need to change, and your perception of things is off because of your like the dark night of the soul. That's what it feels like you're going through, and maybe you want to look that up. But it's like judgment was called on a situation, and something died here. Something had to be laid to rest. And I feel like rationality, like it doesn't feel rational. Maybe you don't. That's judgment call again. You're not rationalizing, like, or having a hard time rationalizing even what really took place with the lungs. Let me show you what I'm looking at. The lungs came out with rationality. 7 of water, so that's illusions. That's being confused about things, being confused about if you made the right judgment. The Hermit, being confused about enlightenment, being confused about time spent alone, what you're seeing online, messages that you're getting. Communication may be fuzzy, especially with that ruling planet being Mercury there. It's a lot of misfires, miscommunication, like people saying things and maybe taking it wrong, like wearing your heart on your sleeve, or someone around you is, and it's causing a lot of like disconnect in a partnership. But I feel like you have to free up this energy, become more lighthearted, show your desire with the 8-8 portal. We're in Leo season, so become more like attentive to self, get more attractive, whatever and however that means to you. Focus on self right now is the energy I have for you, because it's so important right now that you could really miss something bigger down the line because of not putting this to rest right now. And the sun's trying to come out. I'll show you. Sorry I'm taking so long to pull this card. I know you're waiting for it. I'll show you. Here comes the sun. Ashe. Seasons. Everything has a season. Not everything's meant to stay in your life. Live out loud. That's shaking it up. Dance. You need to dance. You need to move your energy around. I was talking about running plants. Like, run. Go work out. Go change. And this is the number 1 too. Magician energy. Like, this is the master manifester. This is being at the point where like you can literally create anything you want. I feel like the biggest issue is you believing that you can do so. You really seeing your own magic. You really feeling protected. And this is like maybe because it's rooted in childhood things. Maybe there's some inner child work that needs to be done here, especially with this Queen of Cups that I'm getting the energy off of like, she takes care of that inner child. Like she loves, so it's like when I say inner child work, what I mean is like the routines that you give to children. Like, you know, every day you have to wake up, you have to brush your teeth, you have to make your bed, you have to eat something, you have to make sure you take your vitamins and stuff throughout the day. You exercise, you get out to eat, you like dinner or whatever, however many meals. Maybe you fast. Maybe that's a part of like your self-care regimen as well. But you create a regimen that's taking care and nurturing the child within you. You play games that you used to play when you were a child. You do things that are very nostalgic and reminiscent of like the person you always saw yourself as when you were a child, and the person you thought you were going to be. Start to find an alignment between those, because you're not very far off from this. I feel like the part of the problem is the judgment that other people have been placing on you, and you having that resonate, and it's eating at you because it's not yours. It's not like real. It's not how you are, and you can't let someone else's like illusion or opinion or perception of self change or dilute your core. That's again that tooth, that something being like decayed from the core. Like, and I felt like it's how somebody spoke, it's how somebody treated you. It was like in relationships, you're being breadcrumbed, you're being given like the crumbs, right, of a situation. It's time to let these things go. Everything has a season. Everything. Some seasons are longer than others, but it's like you need to be able to decipher when it's come time for something to move on, to move forward. And this is dancing. This is 8-1. I just saw that too. Oh no, it's 3-1. Sorry, it looked like 8. So halfway there. So what I was going to say with this, that's where, that's a partner. You need a partner to dance with. That could be also very sexual energy too, but I feel like a lot of hip movement. Focus on your hip area, moving your hips around. You're breathing while you're doing so. I feel the energy of gatherings as well. But this is giving me like Zumba or something where you're dancing with people and doing a lot of movement and it's like a group gathering. But this could be in a club, you know? But I feel like the energy of really manifesting either like... So the reason I bring that up is like when you're in a club, it's very high energy. Like it can be very dark at the same time because people are, you know, drinking different spirits, different things of that nature. But for the most part, or even like, because it doesn't have to be like a school dance or something like that. I'm trying to think of, it doesn't necessarily have to be a club, but I get that kind of energy with you because it's dark and at night. Like, you know what I mean? There's drinking involved. There's addictions involved. Like people are doing drugs. Like that's the energy I keep getting. So there's a lot of that going on. A lot of drinking as well. So it's giving me, if your intuition is telling you like that creativity, something in you needs to waken up, like waken up a sense of self. I feel like a lot of it's going to come from like your identity. This has to do with like what you identify healthy, what you identify love, what you identify even fear and pain. Like you have to start coming more into like the identity of self and that child, that inner child, and aligning the two. The 7 Sisters is here as well, and Satyra or Brazen with Sacred Lust. That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy birthing something from that. So what I wanted to say with the Zumba thing, or the whole idea of like coming together to do this live out loud situation with the seasons, this gives me the vibes of how people would like dance to bring rain. Like they understood the power of their movement and their words and their praises as well, because this is also giving thanks. So they would be able to control the weather, control moods, control the earth, you know, and then planets as well. But that's the energy here. Is like through the control of self, like through that knowledge or enlightenment or some sort of like journey of self that you're gonna go on. It may be having a lot to do with movement. I got bladder earlier for you, right? So I get a lot of like that area, like the ovaries, bladder, movement, moving the like, so maybe even flushing your system. You may want to try to fast for like a little bit of time just to detox, just to get certain things out of your system. But it's like in having more movement, it's going to open up more creativity for you, Quay, and allow different energies to come in, because I feel like you have a lot of blockages in your sacral area, which is leading up to your solar plex, the confidence. All right. My dog has seen someone, so now he's alerting everyone. I just really feel like too, that's a lot of celebration being had here. And I feel like there's mourning as well. This is also giving me that grief again, but it's more so about your creativity that keeps coming through, I'll say. But half of that, so that's what I was trying to say earlier, is like you need a partner. This is, I thought this was 8, like the abundance, the infinity symbol. So in order for you to reach that full abundance, you need a partner. Like you're going to have somebody in the celebration dance with you. You're going to have somebody to share your celebrations, your joys, your harvest, your, I even want to say shortcomings, because like living out loud involves making mistakes. It involves like people seeing, and that may be part of with the social media stuff too, because there's a lot of illusions and people trying to live out lifestyles that aren't necessarily theirs. And a lot of things being like false in nature behind. the perceptions that we put out there. But I almost feel like certain people want you to live up to a certain standard, or like have a certain image or perception on how things should be for you. Or maybe that's something you had for yourself. But this is saying, like, if you're going to tell yourself again that story about how everything was going to be optimistic with your story. Tell yourself you're loved. Like, show yourself what real love looks like. And especially with the people around you. You have the opportunity every day to start a new chapter, start a new story. Put some things to rest that need to die. Let it go. And I promise you, like, going forward, if you just believe, so will everybody else. Because they're just waiting on you. With the Hierophant. So that's principles, values, Taurus energy. Okay, let's do this really quickly, Ashe. And let's see if you have a question right now. Think of a question and I'll give you an answer. I'm going to pull from a couple different decks to answer your question. I haven't done this before, so this is a little added bonus. I know we're 15 minutes in. I just saw the sun card at the bottom. So I want to say, yep, he still is. So the answer is yes to whatever your question was. I meant to tell you to ask a yes or no question. So, oh, and someone's going to apologize in a lot of love. They're going to be sincere, really sincere and genuine about something. Soulful, sincere, a divine masculine. It's a male too. It's going to be really soulful. Throat chakra, that means somebody's going to really speak up. You may need some eucalyptus, but hasn't known true love yet. Divine masculine and soulful. All right, leave it at that. Ashe. And thank you so much again, Rachel, for allowing me to do these readings for you. I love you, and I hope all is well. And please hit me up with some feedback. Let me know how this went. And take care. Bye.